What's up, everybody? This is Dominic here talking about today's General Hospital episode. Hold on, I gotta do something right quick. Alright, I had to pause the movie. I had a movie playing in the background. I had to pause the movie. But anyway, excuse me, let's talk about today's General Hospital episode. Today's episode was pretty decent. It was an okay episode. I like the fact that they started off today. Well, I'm gonna talk about the scenes. What I really like today's episode. I'm gonna get out right now. I'm gonna get out the stuff that I really could care less for. Which is, I really didn't too much care about Dante and Lulu today. I'm sorry, but Dante and Lulu bored me. I mean, I used to be fans of theirs, but they sort of bore me in a way. I mean, I'm not gonna sit up and lie to you. They kind of bore me. But yeah. They were basically talking about Luke and all that, and Lulu basically doesn't want to believe that person is actually Luke. That the person that's been doing all this, that Sam, Tracy, and Patrick are going over to Amsterdam to see. She doesn't want to believe it's Luke. Which we all know is not Luke. It's somebody that happens to look like Luke. Which, like I said, a lot of y'all sort of know how I feel about this storyline. I've been really ready for this storyline to wrap up. So, hopefully, with them, Sam and Patrick and Tracy and all them going to Amsterdam, hopefully this could bring fake Luke back. I mean, and wrap up this entire stuff. And we figure out who the fuck he really is. I mean, excuse my language, but like seriously, man, who we figure out who he is. But anyway, but yeah, so Dante and Lulu basically talking about Luke and Lulu being in denial and basically saying she knows that that's not her father or whatever. And how she can't believe him. There's no way nothing's gonna get her to believe that her father would do all. Basically, hire Rafe to, which we all know Luke didn't do that. I mean, Victor Cassadine did that, which another thing. How are they gonna find that out? Because that's the main thing. Sam and Patrick are investigating who told Rafe to run him off the road, run he and Sabrina and Emma off the road. So I'm also wondering how they're gonna. Is Victor really dead? I mean, because Victor's body was never recovered, so, and it is GH and it is a soap opera, so people come back from the dead all the time. I don't like Return from the Dead. I do like the character of Victor Cassadine, but I don't like Return from the Dead, so I wouldn't really say I'd want Victor to come back from the dead. Maybe Helena or somebody knows something about that. She can shed some light on it. Well, I also forgot Robin knows, so maybe Robin. I'm hearing Robin's supposed to come back on down the line. So maybe Robin will give some clarification as to, maybe she'd be the one to tell Patrick and Sabrina that Victor was the one that had Rafe run them off the road. I doubt they'll bring the character of Rafe back because they basically got rid of him for a reason. I mean they weren't using him, so like I said, I doubt they'll bring the character of Rafe back from then. We saw him die, so I doubt. Well, seriously, they took him off life support because I doubt they'll bring him back. But anyway, hey, you never know. But anyway, yeah. But overall, I was talking about Dante and Lulu. I really didn't too much care about their scene. Like I said, Dante and Lulu sort of bore me now. I mean, give Dante and Lulu some drama. I mean, put some drama in their life. Y'all mind if I get a drink of water? It seems like every time I do a lot of talking, my mouth starts getting dry. And so I gotta drink a lot. So anyway, but yeah. But moving along from Dante and Lulu, Dante decided he was originally gonna go, since Anna has him sort of investigating this whole Luke thing. He was gonna go with Patrick, Tracy, and Sam, but she's not going to. But he decided he's not gonna go. She's not going to. He and Lulu just got back to their son, and he doesn't want to never leave them again. So he's not going with them. So moving along from that, Kiki and Morgan, I'm talking about them. I don't know if they're like trying to tell us they could eventually in the future put Kiki and Morgan back together. I actually liked Kiki and Morgan way more than I liked Michael and Kiki. So but they were sitting there talking about Kiki basically is about to get ready to bust. She wants to tell Michael everything. She basically wants to tell Michael that basically everything about AJ getting killed by Sonny and whatnot. But Morgan basically says how he can't tell her. Well, they can't tell him, but well, she can't tell Michael because what did they do to him? He basically hurt him or whatnot, and that it will also it basically would damage his Michael, Sonny, and Carly's relationships with Michael because when Michael also found, well, I do expect one day somebody to let it slip, but Michael will find out. Like I'm hoping it's Franco. I hope they find out this big wedding of Carly and Franco's. I actually want it all to come out there. But anyway, which I'm hoping it does. But yeah, and when Michael's probably gonna excommunicate himself from his entire family because when he finds out that basically when he finds out that not only did Sonny kill AJ, and not only did Carly knew about it and didn't fail to tell him, when he finds out that Kiki and Morgan know about it from Ava, and when he finds out they knew about this, he's probably going to basically excommunicate himself from them too. So I will say I'm looking forward to all that coming to a head and basically wrapping up. It's been held in so too long. The whole fact that Sonny killed, and I'm actually hearing a rumor that Sonny might actually go to jail. So in that will also bring the character Carlos out of jail. So take him out of jail. Carlos has been in jail for like months for basically a crime he didn't even commit. I mean, I don't really too much. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan of the character Carlos, but I mean, if Carlos gets out of jail, I really don't want him going back to being a hitman or whatever. I actually could have seen Carlos as a cop or whatever, but you never know. But anyway, I'm moving along from that. Those are the Kiki and Morgan scenes today. The scenes between Sonny and Michael. Michael basically was telling Sonny today that he's basically going to send him to the islands. Basically ship him off to the islands until this Jerome crap is over. I don't think Michael's gonna go. Because I've been hearing stuff about Chad Newell still. Well, Michael's taping stuff, and from what I don't know this for sure, but he's taping a lot lately, and I don't think he's gonna go. I really don't think he's gonna go. I think Kiki or somebody gonna talk him out of it. But anyway, but yeah, Sonny basically tell Michael, that to keep him safe, he's gonna have to go to the islands. I'm like, Sonny, don't you know somebody probably can figure out he's at the islands? He's at that island. And then Michael was asking Sonny, like, what about my relationship with Kiki? I mean, what about that? And Sonny basically said, you can take her with her. Take her with you. And so Michael's gonna take. Well, he had actually told Kiki he was moving. He was not moving, like going temporarily going to the islands. But like I said, something's gonna come up for him not to go. I just know he's probably not gonna wind up going. But anyway, and then Carly comes into those scenes, and Michael basically tried to get Carly to convince Sonny that this is a bad idea. And I'm done drinking water. You won't see me drink no more water in this video. But anyway, but yeah, Michael basically was basically trying to get Connie to convince Sonny that this is a bad idea, and Sonny basically was like, and Carly basically agreed with Sonny, which we knew she would. We knew she was going to want to agreeing with Sonny. Like she basically agreed with Sonny, and Michael basically, in a way, I guess they talked him into he packed his bags and was basically about to get ready to go tell Kiki that he's gonna have to go away for a while and she want to come with him. And like I said, I know Michael's probably not gonna wind up going, but anyway, like I'm really ready for this whole Sonny shot. Like I said earlier, I'm ready for this whole Sonny shot AJ stuff to come out. Because I've been reading a lot of rumors out there, but you know how rumors can be. But anyway, moving right along from that, let me talk about the stuff I really want to talk about. Danny, Sam, Jason, and Elizabeth. I love those things where Danny basically ran into Jason's room and was holding his hand and wouldn't let his hand go. It was like someone was just telling Danny that, I believe someone was telling Danny that was your father. Well, you know this guy from somewhere. Even though Jason died when Danny was a baby, and the daddy's like he's talking and he's walking and talking now. Danny was a baby when Jason apparently got shot. Supposedly got shot. was supposedly died. But and it was also sort of funny hearing Danny yell at Sam, saying no. Which Sam basically says, let this guy's hand go, and Danny was basically yelling no and no and saying he want to stay and whatnot. Now in real life, I'm gonna tell you how that would have happened. How it seemed like it would have happened in my family anyway. Danny probably would have got spanked. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I would have got spanked not if not in public when he got home, if he would have, if in my, this is just in my family. I don't know about you guys, but my family, I've never gotten beaten or whatever. But Danny probably would have gotten punished for talking about his mom like that. But anyway, so it just seems like something would just tell Danny, someone would just tell him that this guy. And then Elizabeth came in and gave him a lollipop or whatever. I'm looking like that's like the third or fourth lollipop that Danny has had that day. So I'm pretty sure he would have a pretty big sugar rush. But when I also hear like thinking about when you got kids in Hollywood, they really don't give them that much candy because they get all hyper and whatnot. But anyway, but yeah, Elizabeth came in and gave Danny the lollipop to get him to leave him alone. And Sam and Liz started talking about the patient or whatever, trying to figure out who he was or whatever. And well, they don't saying how they don't know who he is, and he didn't have any ID on. He's basically a John Doe. And I think it was I actually sort of like Sam and Liz as friends. Although back in the day I was a big fan of Sam and Liz being rivals, basically when Jason was around. Since Jason's back around, and they figure out this is Jason, I wonder if Sam and Liz are gonna be all friendly or whatnot. But yeah, like I said, I like seeing them as friends, but I find it kind of odd that soon as Sam touched Jason's hand, his vitals started going up. It was like he was fighting to get back to his wife. I mean, I like that. I like that little twist they put in there. Soon as Sam touched his hand, his vitals started going up. When Sam started holding his hand, his vitals went up. But anyway, and then at the end of the episode, Jason's doctor came in and told Liz that he's gonna be waking up soon. His vitals, everything looks pretty decent, and then he doesn't have to be sedated anymore. Everything looks pretty decent, so he should be waking up soon. Thank God. Like I said, they got a talented actor playing Jason, Billy Miller, three-time daytime Emmy winner. Just recently won the daytime Emmy during this year's Emmy, or this year's Emmys. Won the lead actor Emmy for Young and the Restless. If you guys haven't seen any of Billy Miller's acting on Y&R, go search on YouTube. You just type Billy Miller, you probably gonna see his entire Emmy reel. I mean, the guy's a great actor. I mean, as an aspiring actor myself, I mean, I can say that he's a fantastic actor. But anyway, very dramatic actor. Which I'm sort of interesting, trying to see what's gonna be interesting, because Jason's normally this quiet guy. I hope they don't be portraying Jason as this quiet guy and just quiet mobster, quiet hitman or whatever. This basically stares off into space. No disrespect to Steve Burton, by the way. I'm not trying to throw any shade to Steve Burton, but that's how Jason was. When I think about Jason Moore, he's basically, they call him Stone Cold. I mean, Borg or whatever. Anyway, but yeah, so Jason's gonna be waking up soon. Like I said, I'm glad that he's gonna be waking up soon, because I actually don't think they hired Billy Miller on as Jason to basically have him sitting in a coma for so long. Anyway, I hope the next time we see the character, he'll be awake. I mean, hopefully the next time we see him, he'll be about to wake up. But anyway, that's all I got for today's episode. If I left anything out, Maxie and Nathan, Maxie told Nathan today she didn't want to go out with him. She basically turned him down. I didn't too much care about that scene. I'm not gonna lie to you, didn't really too much care about that. But it was okay, but didn't too much care about it. But anyway, that's all I got for today's episode. Leave me a comment below and I'll try to get back to you guys. This is Dominic checking out. Peace, God bless, and I'm out.